Hi, everyone.
Hello.
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 Good day, everyone.
So we are waiting a few seconds more so everybody has a chance to join. Oh, no. So I think we can start since we are recording anyway. So welcome everyone. We are excited to have you here and thank you for joining this webinar regarding our newest major release, the Peers and Partners panel for Smart Search. We have a great lineup of presenters and they will take the stage in a second. The meeting will be recorded, like I said, and shared with you afterwards via email. We will have a QA session during the webinar. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat at any time. I will answer them or forwarding them. Now we are starting with the first presentation from Peter, our CEO. Peter, please, the stage is yours.
Hello, also welcome from my side to the webinar. And I would directly want to start with exciting news. After 3 years of development and also successful beta testing, our AI-driven smart search now covers, as Vincent also has said already, both publications and organizations. So you can find the right information fast, no more complex searches needed. Just enter your topic and let our AI deliver top results in seconds. So join us in the next, or me, in the next 45 minutes to see how smart search can save you time and boost also productivity. Again, quickly about my person, Peter, CEO and founder of MAPEGY. And in today's webinar, I'll show you how our AI-driven platform Scout helps innovators, you, thrive in fast-paced global markets by uncovering trends, technologies, and competitors easier, faster, and smarter. Here's what we'll cover today. I'll demo how our smart search works. We'll discuss the science behind our AI together with Professor Dr. Matthias Plaue and share our benchmark study. I'll explain why exploration goes beyond standard rankings. Our innovation analyst Ali Suleiman will showcase what we call keyword magic. And finally, I'll give a sneak peek into our future developments. And of course, as Vincent has said already, we'll also have a QA after each main topic led by Alessia and Vincent yourself, right? Yeah, so reach out to them, write messages so that they can pick up your questions. So let me start. Many customers like Tim Borage from Mitsubishi Chemical Group face a common challenge. Innovation research is complex and overwhelming. They need real-time data for quick and effective decisions. So that's why we developed Smart Search to simplify and speed up research with instant and accurate results. So now let me show how it works. Let's dive into the demo. I've opened Scout now. I just want to quickly show you also how our old expert search worked so far. Let's search for electrode foil for lithium-ion batteries, which is a specific topic in the context of batteries. So normally I would have typed in all these different keywords. Here, electrode foil, probably cathode foil. Would type in aluminum foil. Here we go. Probably even I needed to type in the synonym, which is also written in aluminum foil. Here we go. And then I would have probably, could have added things like tin foil, for example. Yet I also need to connect it with, in this case, lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion, probably also lithium-ion. And then I would have likely also put it into the context of batteries, accumulator, yes, and probably secondary, as I know that's a synonym, secondary cells for batteries, rechargeable cells. And then I would start searching, right? That's what you all know. We would kind of search for publications, research, patents, projects, news, as well as organizations, companies, startups, and public institutions. Now, with the help of Smart Search, we don't need to put in this long search query anymore. We just put in electrofoil for lithium-ion batteries and start searching. And the very same would start again. We can go into our publication panels like news, research, patents, projects, and so on, as well as, of course, what is called already the organization panels or startup or public institutions. So you get exactly what you want within seconds. That's the live demo of the Smart Search. Probably a few of you have already used it. So in short, let's start with the first QA. Are there any questions about usage, about your first experience to us? I don't see any yet. No? Okay, perfect. Then I would directly continue with our chief data scientist, Professor Dr. Matthias Plaue, will explain the science behind our AI technology and how it works. And after that, I'll give a brief overview of our benchmark study that we've done, highlighting how we measure up against industry standards. Important also to know, since of course we speak here today, we are rushing probably also on a high level through important topics. If you need to dive into more details, please download I'm happily inviting you to download our first Smart Search white paper on publication panels, and also our Smart Search second white paper, which is focusing only on the benchmark and the results behind the organization's panel Smart Search. That being said, Matthias, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Peter. So hello, everyone. I'd like to give you a short introduction into the workings of the Smart Search, which is a new feature in Scout, or more precisely, it's not that new, but today we want to talk about the addition of organization rankings. So let me recap what I have explained to you during the last presentation, which is first and foremost, what is Smart Search? Smart Search is what's more technically known as semantic search. And it is best compared to what we call in Scout the expert search, in more technical terms, the lexical search. So what is the lexical search or a lexical search? You can see an example on the left-hand side. This is a typical example from a patent analysis. It also uses IPC classes in order to identify certain patent documents. And it also uses a fairly long Boolean query, which contains all the keywords and synonyms. And these keywords are also modified with wildcards. And there could be more complicated search operators like proximity operators and so on. Using lexical search or expert search can have its advantages. If you are a search expert, it can be a very powerful tool to pinpoint very precisely the kind of documents that you want to analyze. But there is an obvious drawback, which is that you have to be a search expert in order to use it efficiently and effectively. In comes smart search, semantic search. And the idea behind it is to provide the user with the ability to enter a simple search term or longer search phrase, and it will give you basically the same results, which will obviously save a lot of trouble and a lot of work. Next slide, please. So from a representation, a data representation point of view, this means that the text data, the unstructured text data, which we have represented in lexical search with words and phrases and sentences, must now be represented by some data structure that encodes the semantic information or the meaning of the words. So on the left-hand side, you see some words or sentences in some documents of interest, and you could compare them by saying, for example, okay, these phrases all contain the same item sensor or the same item or term scanner. Whereas on the right-hand side, you can see a network, a semantic network of these phrases that take into account the meaning, which are based on so-called word or sentence embeddings. Next slide, please. So how does this work? How does this work in action? So what the system does is, in order to make smart search work, in order to produce and leverage these sentence or word embeddings, is that they take the user query and they translate that user query with a large language model to a representation which you could call the query vector. This is a representation that humans cannot read or understand. And it's produced by a large language model, which, if you look closer, it's a neural network. But we're not interested in the output of the network, which would be, for example, what ChatGPT does. You give an input like ultrasonic sensor systems for automobiles, and ChatGPT would produce more text that fits that particular phrase. We are rather interested in the hidden or latent representation of that phrase, which is that query vector. The idea being that this latent representation is also a representation of the meaning of the phrase or word. Now, the query vector is compared with the document vectors in the MAPEGY Innovation Graph database, and those documents that are closest in representation to the query are then produced by the system. So that is the whole data pipeline, or rather the analytics pipeline for smart search or semantic search that produces documents upon a user query. Next slide, please. Now, how do the rankings work, in particular organization rankings, which you will find in Scout in the peers and partners panel? Now, luckily, we have a very modular system, which means that the system doesn't actually care that much how those documents are produced. Whether it's lexical search or a smart search doesn't really matter that much. They are analyzed within the MAPEGY Innovation Graph database by connecting them to the drivers of innovation that matter. And then these data are aggregated in order to produce the organization rankings. There are some, the devil is in the details, and you have to tweak a little bit the performance and the relevance of the results. But overall, smart search and lexical search, once the relevant documents have been retrieved, work in pretty much the same way. So now you can also get, based on a smart semantic search, organization rankings. And with this, I conclude my presentation, and I guess we're going into a QA session now.
not yet, Matthias, because I also quickly want to present the benchmark study that we have done, and then we are going to have this QA session. Of course, to evaluate our smart search technology for identifying organizations, we also benchmarked it with a few of our customers from different industries. Each customer provided key innovation topics and identified, depends on the topic and industry, top 10 or 30 organizations they expected to see in accurate research results. And so, for example, here there were topics like Formula One or smart or racket or what is it, hydrogen, airplane. Again, if you want to see these specific topics and industries, please read the white paper. And we compared our smart search to expert and other search methods using the following KPIs. First of all, ease of use. So how intuitive and simple is smart search versus expert searches. Point 2, database coverage. In specific, are the key organizations identified by customers present in our MAPEGY database? Point 3, top results. How often do key organizations appear on the first page? Point 4, broader relevance. How often do they rank in a top 500 results? And last but not least, result relevance, or the top 2 pages, as I've written it down here, are the top 2 pages delivering high quality, relevant insights, even probably revealing blind spots, because probably their organizations, they were not on the list, but are still relevant for the topic of interest. So this structured benchmarking ensures that smart search not only meets customer needs, but also outperforms industry standards. As I said, this is on the right, the table that is representing the results in very detail. Reach out to us or read the white paper, which is explicitly explaining also search queries and everything in this context. Long speed short, the result was or is that our smart search significantly outperforms other search methods, especially the lexical and expert search. First of all, as you've seen it also in the demo, the first major benefit, of course, is that it saves time. So the user no longer needs to manually select keywords and build complex search queries. Just enter the topic and our AI will do the rest. Point 2, the second key benefit is that unmatched quality of our search results. Let's look at some of these KPIs and specifics. Point 1, 35% of the organizations expected by customers and experts appear in a top 12 results. So this is impressive considering the range of diverse perspectives that are out there. It shows that our AI can deliver highly relevant results right from the first page. Point 2, 80% of the top 24 results, so the first 2 result pages or panels, are highly relevant. This ensures that even critical organizations that were not initially expected are brought into view, and these could represent potential blind spots or white spots that experts haven't yet considered. And last but not least, 98% of the organizations provided or expected globally are covered and tracked by our platform. This means that our customers and users have access to the most comprehensive and precise insights available, ensuring that they or you don't miss out on any critical information. In summary, Scout Smart not only saves time, but also delivers high quality results, comprehensive insights that empowers you, our users, with the information you need to make informed decisions. Now, of course, it was, since ChatGPT is always in talks, I was also curious what ChatGPT will offer us and deliver as a result if I ask for the same question. So I hope the video is going to work. That's what I've recorded yesterday. Can you see it just quickly? Yes, perfect. So what I asked here, ChatGPT, provide the top 500 most innovative lithium-ion battery companies out there or worldwide. And of course, I said, please don't be biased. Please act as if you didn't know my history, didn't know me, or didn't know MAPEGY. And yes, enter. and what ChatGPT says, finding a top 5 most 100 batteries in the context of lithium-ion batteries. Of course, you need to go into patent filings, research, development activities, partnerships, product launches, and so on. You need to identify, use probably patent databases, market research reports, scientific publications analysis, probably need to go into corporate partnerships and investments. And of course, ChatGPT will provide you, likely also based on, going back again, based on the reports that it has on a top level view. The most important, sorry, I need to go here and stop the video. Here we go again. Of course, ChatGPT is going to know the top listed organizations out there, which are likely mentioned in market reports, for example. But it says itself, if you need a precise, comprehensive list with KPIs, if you need to sort, if you need to go into more details and get references, accessing a professional database or service like MAPEGY would be ideal. So if you have any specific criteria, feel free to share them. And yeah, that's what ChatGPT hallucinates here now. That being said, I created a short table comparing ChatGPT and Scout. So on the one hand, Scout provides real-time data updates. Point 2, Scout provides verified and reliable information, extensive global data historical coverage. It delivers in-depth analysis, handles multiple tasks simultaneously, and provides visual analytics or insights, all crucial for driving informed strategic decisions. So ChatGPT, while using or useful for general information, lacks real-time updates, verified accuracy, and a depth of analysis needed for complex innovation challenges. So in the end, of course, it's not fair. It's not a fair comparison, as both serve different purposes. MAPEGY Scout excels in innovation research, while ChatGPT is a general AI tool. And of course, we are also about to integrate generative AI into our Scout soon, which I'm going to highlight later. Now, the scientific background presentation is finished. I'm very looking forward to the QA session.
Yeah, we are having 2 questions. One question from Daniel. I've used the smart search a few times, but what is the best way to craft a smart search query to get the most relevant results?
Matthias, do you want to, or shall I?
Well, my answer would be you wouldn't need to optimize the query.
And my answer would be, of course, you can always go into what in my opinion, that's what I'm going to also in my next section, the exploration. It should be about exploration, sorting, and iterative analysis. Mostly, I think you as a user or we as innovation researchers don't know the right question right away. So we start probably with lithium-ion batteries, and then we go into more details, and we say, it should be actually about special foils. Then you go more and more into details, and then you can quickly add up the search queries. And of course, the semantic search, you would add also update the semantic search. And that's one point. And also, we are going to have a presentation of Ali later, what we call keyword magic. If you want to look into special innovation or special sustainable issues or special updates on any different dimension, of course, you can also add different keywords, but that's what Ali is going to discuss later.
Okay.
This
was a good answer. I have another question from Caballero. My impression is that it is easier to find newer articles or publications using smart search than with the expert search. Why does that happen?
That's something on you, Matthias.
Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
So, my impression is that it is easier to find newer articles or publications using smart search than with the expert search. Why does that happen?
I have no answer to that. That should be something that the backend does for reasons unknown to me.
Yeah, I might have an idea. I guess it could be related to the fact that a smart search query is just easier to craft, and therefore you are more likely to receive a broader range of results, therefore more likely to receive newer results as well. That could be a possibility.
And I can just offer that we are looking at the specific topic here, so we can make like a call, and then we can look at the example that you have, and then we can look at it. What is the reason?
That would be nice, to kind of formalize it a bit so that Matthias or the team can give an answer to that more specifically. Mm-hmm. You're going to protocol it anyway, right, Vincent?
Yeah. Yep. So that's it. We had 2 questions.
Perfect. Then I'm going to continue, if I may. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Matthias, again. So now I'll discuss the importance of going beyond standard rankings. And here I will actually start with a question. If you've ever wondered why, for example, top 100 or top 10 lists feel generic or irrelevant to your needs. And that's mostly, of course, most rankings, as you've seen it, like on different reports, they are very broad. They often promote what's popular and not what's specific. So for example, again, a topic, information on lithium-ion batteries versus details on electrofoil for lithium-ion batteries only in Germany, or even more specific questions. So that's why that's why sometimes, of course, rankings can be very generic. Second point is that rankings can change based on industry, of goals, location, budgets. So what's top for one company might not be for another. And last but not least, technologies and markets are always changing. What's considered the best today may not be tomorrow. For example, ranking very likely in AI is for a half a year, 1 year ago will look different today. So in the end, no tool or consultant can give a reliable list without considering your or our specific needs. And I also want to show it to you, especially not only looking at standard reports out there, but also providing just like have a look at our platform itself. Since in the end, again, I go to, if I'm just quickly, Vincent, do you see my Scout?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So let's use the same search query that I've used before. Electric foil for lithium-ion batteries. They haven't changed anything here, and that's the ranking that we get if we just sort by our standard KPI, which is the impact KPI. In the end, impact measures in the end how big is the company, how big is the digital footprint of each company in general, in patent, science, press, and so on. But also takes into consideration how relevant is the topic, the specific topic that is relevant to us here, in this case, electric foil for lithium-ion batteries for this company. So if a big company is also focusing on this very important topic, of course, its impact on this technology or market is going to be way bigger than only a small company, right? That's one KPI, which is has a very specific focus. And of course, we can also have a look at who are the organizations and companies out there that have, let's say, for whom this topic, electrofoil for lithium-ion batteries, is the most relevant. So they have a really big stake in this content. It's very important for them. And or we could have a look at, who are the biggest organizations out there that are somehow also connected to this very topic. Of course, we can then also look into these references if it's interesting to kind of understand also why. I can go into so many different KPIs here. You're going to see the KPIs for, let's say, founded. When was it founded? Is it a newer company, younger company, older company, or how much funding did the organization get, which is also connected to it. Here, for example, Tesla with 19 billion funding as an indicator. Or we could filter by countries, cities. I mean, you know these filters already. Just want to explain it to you again. Or employees is another relevant indicator. So there are a lot of different indicators, and each indicator is going to yield different rankings and results. And you see, again, just also to kind of invite you to kind of go into more details later. That's only the first 12 results. And of course, you can go into the long list and the long tail here, which is likely going to yield also very interesting companies and organizations. And additionally, this is just the top 500, right? If you are interested in really going a deep dive in means of analyzing, let's say, all organizations based on patents. So what are the most important organizations in the context of patent activities? So then I go here, sort here. So these would be the top organizations. Okay, there's also one person, I think, which is also an assignee here, should not be there, but that's how data is. So these are the most important organizations in means of patent activity. And the same, of course, you can also do for news, you can do it for research, and so on. And that being said, let me go back again to my presentation. I've kind of summarized again. You have also a few screenshots. You see now again, all these rankings look very different if you use different KPIs. And normally what I've always encountered is most people, unfortunately, use always only the impact score. And I invite you to kind of really start using the panel, use these different KPIs, sorting mechanisms in order to really explore. So summing up, don't rely only on static lists, explore and find what fits your specific needs. Tools like Smart Search or our Scout help you focus on what truly matters, which is kind of my summary now. And again, QA session, Vincent and team.
Yes, we have quite some questions. They are more of them are technically. So I will start with the first one was from Andreas Kompalka was, what if I'm not searching for a product, but a product for a function? For example, I am not searching supplier publication for a valve, but a technical solution to close a pipe. Should I repeat the question? Okay.
Yeah. Now, in my opinion, if the question, this is more about, again, like, how to build a search. And in this case, I would really explicitly write down what you just said. I mean, what I just heard, I would put it down into the sentence and then see what the results are. And then like, start exploring, iterating. So of course, what I did now, I just typed in lithium ion batteries for, electrofoils for lithium ion batteries. Of course, I could also, ask more specific questions. And that's what also Ali is going to elaborate a bit later on.
Okay, thank you. Then we have a question from Granite is, did you benchmark Scout Smart Organization Search with other scouting platforms in your benchmark?
I mean, those we had access to, but of course not, let's say, direct competitors or special patent analytics companies or scientific organization companies or scientific analytics companies. That's what it didn't. Interesting one. It's of course more challenging since we don't have access to all these platforms. Of course, would be an interesting exercise as well. But here again as well, I would really happily look into the white paper first. That's going to be it's a transparent analysis there, and reach out to Vincent then to kind of go more into details. Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. And I think there's one more question from Douglas. I think it's going to Matthias' direction. Are there any security impacts for any proprietary details used in the smart search?
I cannot answer this question. That would be a question for our infrastructure and security person. But I think that it is just as safe as every other query that you will enter in Scout.
So I will sorry, Peter.
Yeah, Vincent, sorry. Yeah.
I will take that question with me and I will ask our colleague and then I will get back to you, Douglas. So that's it for now.
Perfect. Then let's continue. Okay, now it's Ali's time. Ali, our innovation analyst, Ali Suleiman, will explain how using semantic or smart search with additional keywords can significantly enhance the quality and relevance of search results. Ali, the stage is yours. Do I have to hand over to you, or can you do it yourself?
Maybe I should share because I want to go live with my Scout search.
So then I'm going to stop sharing and hand over to you, yeah?
Would be great.
So you should be able now to.
Okay, good day, everyone. You see my Scout page right now?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Peter, for the introduction. This is Ali, your Customer Success Manager and Innovation Analyst at MAPEGY. And today I want to take you on a practical journey regarding what we call Smart Search Toolkit, or our magic of keywords in Smart Search. Now, consider this a recipe that's easy to follow. I've broken down some of the most useful and most frequently used keywords in Scout to understand the different topics of technologies. So there are three main categories here: technological advancement and research, efficiency and optimization, sustainability and environmental impact. And the way I utilize this set of keywords is that I use some of these keywords in front of a technology topic, and I drive the smart search into a deep dive towards this technology topic. So I'm gonna showcase a couple of examples here today, and I would like you to take this as a recipe to follow in logic, but not to follow exactly in every single step. You have to be a bit more creative on your choice of technology topics, but I'm going to showcase a few examples right now. At the beginning, we have, for example, keyword like alternative material, and one extremely well-researched topic here, lithium-ion batteries. Right, so originally in expert search, if I would type in lithium-ion batteries, the tool itself will suggest a few other options related to alternative materials, lithium-ion, like lithium iron, lithium solid state, sodium ion, and lithium titanate, right? And this is a tedious process because I have to include all of these keywords as well as everything else I could think of in chemical components regarding lithium ions. However, now I run a simple query like alternative materials, lithium ion batteries, and when I go to news, I already see what researchers exploring in sodium, sustainable alternative. I see sodium here again. I see iron, I see sodium again. So I already see alternative material suggested by the news. The top results, all of them are extremely relevant and recent. Same goes for research. Research is guiding me beyond lithium-ion technologies, different type of comparative issues for metal-ion batteries, and so on. Now, what's really interesting is that once we take a look at companies, so for example, I don't know, let's see what Panasonic has to say on this topic. So we see a lot of solid electrolyte materials here, some active materials for electrolyte, and we can load more even. I believe we will see even more of the digital impact of Panasonic on the topic of alternative materials here. And this goes on and on for, again, more solid electrolyte. And this is interesting because we've seen the word solid electrolyte multiple times here in the search, which is already an indicator, a trend that has been reflected not only in the publications, but also in the digital footprint of peers and partners. Now, if we take a look at Honda, for example, we see nickel cobalt here. We see different type of electrolyte solutions. Again, positive electrolytes, and stretchable and flexible lithium ion. So it's not only, the tool has not only offered alternative materials, but even gave an overview of maybe some of the other formats and sorts of battery structures that can be found in the research, patents, and obviously the peers and partners digital footprint. Now, if we take a look at another topic here, my favorite category has been technology and sustainability, and that's why I'm tackling this set of keywords more often. So let's try again recycling and lithium-ion batteries. Now we take a look at the news, we see how crucial role of recycling is overcoming impending battery shortage. Research also is greening the future, pioneering lithium battery recycling and beyond. And I'm not going to spend too much more time here, but you will find very high relevant results for peers and partners as well. Now, I'm going to showcase one last topic here, and it's going to be related to EV charging methods. And I'm going to use another keyword here, efficiency. So let's zoom out for a bit. The keyword efficiency is coming from the category efficiency and optimization. And the two other keywords I used before were coming from sustainability and environmental impact. And I chose the topic EV charging methods. If we take a look at Muse, they're highlighting 7 tips of charging your EV smarter, optimizing the electric vehicle charging experience, reducing, eliminating thermal interference material in EV batteries. So you already have an insight on some of these efficiency indicators. Same goes for research, and I would say same goes for companies. So I don't know what Geely maybe has to offer. We see vehicle charging method based on mobile charging strategy. That's quite interesting for increasing efficiency, time spent, and less investing in infrastructure. Maybe if we see what BMW has to offer on this topic, charging system for quickly and securely charging electric vehicles. So again, you see this overarching match between the keyword, the technology topic, and the digital footprint of peers and partners that has been identified by the simple set of recipe suggested by keywords and technology topics. So one last very quick example here, topic that I find quite interesting is simply putting in R&D advancement. Another topic like 5G networks. You will see how the results will lead you to some of the latest R&D advancement in this field, and regarding AI and so on, different infrastructure applications, some practical applications for 5G networks. And if we take a look at a footprint like company for Huawei and see what has been some of the latest research here published for Huawei on the topic of 5G networks. So yeah, zooming back to our first query, we moved from a tedious experience of having to place dozens of keywords in order to capture one topic to an extremely easy and simple method to follow by placing a set of keywords with a set of technology topics in order to deep dive into your topics of interest. I hope you find this practical journey useful, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
Thank you, Ali. Let's quickly switch and start the QA session.
We have one question from Ishan. How would projects built on Smart Search work with the matrix matchmaking function?
Yeah, as we want to roll out, as you know, now we started this organization panels, and of course want to roll it out also to all other features. It's going to work should work just like with the lexical search in the long run. And that's what we're just on our pipeline now, yeah, to kind of develop these things and roll it out step by step.
Matthias, you raised the hand on purpose, or was it by mistake?
By mistake.
Okay, so that's it. That was the question. We have no further questions.
No further questions?
Oh,
cool.
sorry. There's a new one. Sorry. We have from Miroslava, we have the question, will it be possible to search for authors?
For authors or authors?
Authors, Autoren.
That's what we kind of discontinued, like a specific expert search base query. We discontinued on purpose since it was not a heavily used use case anymore in our platform. If this is the question, like specifically searching for authors, we don't provide an offer anymore. If it is about, in general, in the publication, searching for names, topics, and so on, of course, that is possible. Yes.
Yes, I would like to add to this that one quick way to tackle this question is searching for an article that you're aware of for a certain author, and then using this article to identify the author in the field from the publication panel as Peter suggested, and that's one way to tackle it.
Thank you, Ali. We have one more question. Since MAPEGY is moving towards smarter ways of using the tool, how will Smart Search evolve in the future?
Yeah, the Smart Search right now is really about search, right? And of course, we are going to roll it out for all different panels. Let me quickly then also kind of go into the sneak peek probably, since that's kind of supporting also my message here. In general, what you've seen now for last year, of course, as I said, and thanks to a team from Matthias, working at least 3 years on developing the Smart Search, which of course nobody saw since it was all in the back end and a lot of research was done. So now we can quickly roll out Smart Search for all these panels that you see, and which are very happy and proud about. And of course, with the Smart Search, as you can imagine, our platform's UX and also, let's say, the analysis per se and using these processes are going to come to the forefront. So you will spend less time building search queries and have more time using, sorting, exploring, just what I've shown you before as well. So that's, of course, going to help us to develop. That's what I labeled here as New Scout look and user flow. So it's going to heavily impact the look and user flow, since we are going to focus more on workflows, exploring, analysis. So that's going to be a huge change, which we are starting to implement now with small features towards a bigger vision, which we are, of course, going to continue through the next quarters. That's about Smart Search. I hope it answers the question. Yet, if you think of AI, of course, as Matthias has also explained it, we focus on a specific niche of AI, and of course, we are also going to, and we are about to integrate generative AI applications and tools and possibilities into our platform. So, for example, what Ali has shown, that you kind of have also summaries, outliers, that you can analyze, summaries of rankings, so that you don't need to always go do your exploration yourself, but you have kind of a short report of what you see there. That's something which we are about to implement also in the coming quarters. I think it's very important here as well, since in the end it's less about searching, more about finding and analyzing and reporting and sharing. That's what we aim towards. Yeah, and what else in means of a sneak peek? We are working on the new academy right now, especially Vincent, you are in the lead here, so that you can use Scout and all these features easier, better, and also can do onboarding yourself and inform yourself without always talking to our experts here. And then, as you see on the roadmap, we have also implemented in the past alerts, commenting features, custom logos, a lot of smaller things that we are also happy about. Does this answer the question, Vincent?
Yes, I think so, yeah. Thank you, Peter. There are any other questions for now.
Perfect. So then
No.
Thank you. Then thank you from my side. I was really happy that you joined us. I'm very proud that we could present our updates, which of course going to continue faster now with the Smart Search capabilities. Thank you also, Vincent, for hosting, and I happily hand over to you now for final words or saying goodbye.
Okay. Thank you, Peter. So thank you, everybody, like Peter already said, for joining this webinar. This webinar was about that we are showing you like our major release, the Peers and Partners feature for the Smart Search, and try to show you more the technical approach and also like to the comparison by the benchmark. If you have any further questions regarding the Smart Search or in general the sneak peek or the roadmap, feel free to contact your customer success manager. And yeah, like I said, I want to thank you everybody for joining this webinar. Have a nice, lovely day.
Thank you. Take care. All the best. Bye.
Bye.
Just one more thing. I will send you the recording via email, so you can check your inbox later today. So you will have all the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.